What's up, people? It's Mike B here with Manimal Fitness, and we got another workout video for you guys today. Today it's shoulders, man. So how we start off shoulder day, we usually warm it up, a couple plates, maybe a couple push-ups, and just get the joints ready for some action. And we go into 4 sets of moderate weight seated dumbbell shoulder press. So you can see Andy there's got the 75s. I'm not quite on his level with that yet. I'm just gonna do some 60s, try to rep it out, 12-15 reps, nice slow clean movement. And you know, we like to get the compound movements out of the way in the beginning while we're still strong, we're still fresh. So that's typically why we do this in this order. Lately we've been doing it a little backwards, but we're just trying to create a little muscle confusion there. So but yeah, when you're doing these, you definitely want to make sure you come down just past that 90-degree, fight through. I like to throw a little negative at the end there just to create a little more time under tension. Yeah, here we got Michelle, she's doing her thing. Form spot on. And I don't know what he's doing in the background there. He's chilling. Dude looking like the Hulk, looking like Thor in this bitch. So she looking crazy good too. I think this video was actually shot maybe not a month, maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. I just got the chance to get it all up and get it finalized. So oh well, what are you gonna do? But life's been busy, life's been crazy, just trying to get everything done. I didn't want to throw this footage out with some good footage of us putting some serious work in. So we do 4 sets of that, and then we go into 3 to 4 sets of Arnold Press. What I really like about the Arnold Press is that you know, it forces you to use the whole you know, your whole shoulder, the rear delt, the lateral delt, front delt. It's a full compound movement. You have to go a little lighter with these because when you bring them forward like that and it goes on the front delt, you snap your shit up if you're going too heavy. So the further away from your body you go, like when he goes to the front there, you know, it's the more dangerous it is, the riskier it is. So just make sure that you're, you know, doing these with proper form and going a light enough weight where you can control it. So here I am. I'm actually using the same weight he was just using. What I like to do is use a little dip in it. It takes a little stress off the shoulder joint, and it actually you're actually pressing up. So I'm still getting the same amount of tension on that front delt, but I'm able to also avoid some shoulder issues that I've had in the past. So I've actually been getting a lot stronger with these. I'm able to do these a little bit cleaner, but you do what you got to do sometimes to avoid injury. Couple pumps there, a little time under tension. Michelle kind of doing the same thing. She's had some shoulder issues herself, so she's just being safe. Got to be careful when you're in the gym. You know, making gains is all about progression, and you're not going to progress if you're dealing with injuries. So train smart, train hard, but definitely train smart overall. So yeah, that's definitely some clean reps. Her form's ridiculous. She's training with the Manimals, what do you expect? Definitely trying to make some shoulder gains here, man. That's something that the judges said that we both can work on in these shows, so we're definitely pushing to make them grow a little bit, put some caps on there. So then we do 3 to 4 sets of that, and we go into two to 3 sets of standing press. Typically how we do these and why we do these standing is because it forces you to use a little more of a full body movement. Seated is great when you're going a little heavier, but you know, you definitely want to, you know, go a little lighter and try to use both of those. And then we superset those in the jailhouse raises. So basically what that means is we're supersetting in from the front delt, standing front delt dumbbell raise to the lateral head dumbbell raise. And what that does is it allows you to get a little more blood in the muscle. It's also fun to have your partner kind of, you know, fighting your partner. It's always a nice challenge. You know, it makes it a little more interesting when you're in a dog fight. So here's me doing my thing. Man, all kinds of shredded gains. Had to fight for that last one there. Had to fight for that one. Looking pretty lean here, man. I don't know. I definitely gained some fat since then, but I'm starting to lean out again for this next show. There you go. Andy trying to fight. He's trying to fight the beast, but he can't. He can't do it. Too strong. Oh man, he had me on that one. Come on, I was like, one more. Sometimes you start fiending it. And it's Michelle's turn here. Look at them back gains. Rear delts. She's making all kinds of gains, man. It's crazy. I say all kinds of gains a lot, and I realize it's in the Hodge twins. They like to say that a lot, and I hope I'm not like trademarking or shit or something. I'm not saying it because they say it. That's just something that I heard a lot of people in the gym talking about gains and all kinds of gains, and I don't know if they picked it up from them, but I just kind of grabbed the lingo and I run with it. So hopefully I'm not going to create any issues for anybody. Shout out to Hodge twins. If I do, that's their shit, I guess. But here's Michelle's turn. Look at them front striations and feathers. Man, that's crazy, man. She's strong as hell too. Fight. See, you got it. She's I don't want to. She's headstrong too. So when she's in that dog fight like that, it's just a different experience. You fight through a little more than you normally would on your own. So I like doing the superset. It's nice. And then we go into 3 set of side lateral raises, and we usually superset that into front raises. I think we're gonna do that in this video. There you go. I guess so. And the reason of doing this is similar to the superset we do for the standing dumbbell press to superset jailhouse raise. You know, your shoulder, a lot of your muscles have different parts to them, and when you're doing a set, a lot of times you're only hitting a specific part. So when you're doing an isolation movement, you might want to use the isolation movement to superset to a different isolation movement. So we isolated the lateral delt, side delt there, and then we superset that to the front delt. That's kind of why we do it that way. And Michelle doing her thing. Also put on the sweatshirt, she got cold. But like a bird flying away. She finds it a little bit easier to use the, not so much easier, but it's less painful on her shoulders to do them both at the same time. I don't have a problem with her doing it like that either because she keeps the form. She goes nice and high, holds it, and then comes back down with it. So I can't complain. Sometimes you gotta let them do their own thing, and as long as they're doing it right and safe, and it is what it is. So now I do these a little differently than both of them. I like to actually come out a little bit more and have my my elbow bent a little bit, and I try to keep the tension on that calf on the shoulder. I'm also using my traps a little on the way down, so I'm kind of getting a little more of a full movement. I've also had a lot of shoulder issues, like I said, so I had to be careful with how I did those. Man, it's so serious looking. I gotta lighten that face up a little bit, start smiling some more, man. That shit be crazy. Man, I feel like I look real skinny in here, but definitely lean as hell, dude. Shoulders looking shredded. I don't remember exactly when this video is, but I feel like it must have been right after my show because I'm stupid lean. I'm just doing a little pump at the end there. You see me just kind of keeping that tension on the muscle. So we do 3 sets of those, and then we go into 2 sets of front plate raise. I don't know what you would even call it. I'm not the best with all the names of the different things, but take a 45-pound plate, raise it up. Basically, you're keeping that tension on that front delt, really just blowing it up, and then we superset that into like upright rows essentially. And this is for more of the lateral head. So again, we're doing a two-part exercise for two parts of the shoulder. You know, it's good to use a compound movement like a shoulder press to blast the whole shoulder, but it's also good to superset and to use your isolation movements for supersets so that you can, you know, maximize the you know, your experience in the gym. You don't want to do a superset of the same muscle all the time, or if you do, you want to make sure you're still keeping the form. So here's my turn. I actually go with a little lighter plate. I do a little hold in the middle, kind of look through the center, almost like a peekaboo. Peekaboo. See you. And then superset that into the 45-pound upright row. God, I'm so skinny here. I put on a lot more size since this video. I feel like all of it's muscle too, but definitely shredded here. My God. Good form, just nice. You know, you want to come up with some power, some strength, and I kind of rep it out at the end there. You'll notice that all my sets are a little different. I kind of base it on how I'm feeling, and if I feel like in that set, you know, I'm running out of speed, I don't want to cheat and use momentum and all that to get through the rest of it. I'd rather shorten the range of motion and try to burn out with it, as opposed to cheating and trying to get a couple more full reps. So you'll notice I do, you know, some different things in the gym that aren't always, how do you say, maybe traditional, or maybe it goes against the grain, if you will. But you know, a lot of times too, I'm experimenting. I'm trying to figure things out and learn things. And as a personal trainer, you got to be constantly trying to adapt and grow and figure new ways, new methods of doing things, keeping things exciting at the same time, ways to avoid injury, and, you know, make progression, constant progression. It's all about constant progression. So, all right, here's Michelle. She's doing her thing, pretty much the same thing we just did. And she's gonna start this one off. I'm not sure if I got a video of us doing this, but this is for the rear delt. We actually stopped doing these recently. Some more shoulder issues. It's not a very safe movement. You have to go really light, and you have to do it with perfect form to do it right. But you're going so light at that point, you're not really making any muscle gain. You're really just kind of stretching that rear delt. This is also for your rotator cuff. That's kind of why we have the rotation. So we superset 3 sets of this. Superset upward, the first part you saw, and then we go into rear delt. We've since actually gotten better at these. You know, isolating the rear delt. We end up using a little more of our trap in our back when we do it like this. But as of recently, we actually figured out how to cap it a little bit better. Here's Andy's turn. You can even see Andy with freaking shoulders like King Kong. He's only doing 15 pounds. So you can tell that it's one of those exercises you're not, you know, there's no point in trying to prove anything. Just do you, keep it safe, and you'll make your gains. It's really more about, you know, it's such a your rotator cuff and your rear delt. This one right here is more for your rotator cuff, but it's such a small muscle that you really don't need to do much to engage it. And we superset it for the rear delt, and to kind of get the whole rear part of the shoulder as opposed to just the rotator cuff. God. And my turn. I guess I'd do a video of all of us doing it. Pretty sweet. Man, I'm so serious when I do this. I don't know what I'm listening to. It's gotta be something angry though. Yeah. I gotta lighten it up a little bit. So you can see that rear delt and the rotator cuff grab as you bring it up. You really gotta do this with just mint form in order to do it safely. But you know, you really want to try to cap out with this. Do as many as you can. It's not about weight. It's really about just trying to get that form down perfect. And you can see there, like I said, I've even gotten better with these. I'm using a little more of my back than I should be. Still engaging the rear delt, but definitely using some back. So that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Please leave any questions or comments in the comment section below. Subscribe if you liked. Catch you next time. Peace.